The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Now on, hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Wells fights to keep his shoulder up. And his pin.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalize early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason Almeida. Oh my! What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Dribble. Got Kindred down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
We're all set here for game number 2 tonight between Kindred and the Post 400 Comets. Not much of a pregame show here for this one, as the first pitch is in there for a strike from Matt Nelson. He'll be doing the pitching this evening here in game number 2 for Post 400. If you're just joining us here for game number 2, Kindred won game number 1 by a score of 8-3. Now the count moves to 1-1 to Mason Almeida, the leadoff man. He'll be doing the pitching here in game number 2 after playing center field. This one on the ground is short for Bevel. Has some trouble with it, and Almeida will beat it out. So the speedy leadoff man finds his way aboard. I'll rule that one a base hit after shortstop Bevel really had no option of where to go with that one.
Yep, he had time but bobbled the ball and ran out of time. Not a lot to work with. So leadoff man is on for the Vikes.
Pickoff attempt to first. Almeris back in time, like you said, gets away there for just a moment, but McCarthy able to track it down. Just getting going here in game number 2. I'm Riley Swenson alongside Grant Hubbard. The sun is just starting to set now. The lights are on here at Starion Bank Field. Raul Almeida gets to go to second base on the play. Now the pitch in up high to Jorgen Swenson. Next pitch to Swenson's down low in the dirt. Nice block, though. That's Blanchette behind the plate, doing the catching here in game number 2.
Another one outside in the dirt. 3-0.
Nice job there blocking that one again, but 3 balls and no strikes here. We're just getting underway here. Game number 2 at Starion Bank Field between the Comets and Kindred.
Another
runner goes.
Great jump.
Like you said, great jump. He'll be safely in there at third base. Was a ball on the play. And so Swenson will make his way down to first by way of walk. That'll bring up Jack Wold.
One thing Kindred does really well, they know how to get good leads, and they really got one there and a great jump off of Nelson to get to third base. So runners on the corners with nobody out.
Wold pitched in the first game, went all 7 innings. Now a runner off to second. Swenson will be in there standing. Another block there by Blanchette behind the plate. It didn't really matter in terms of the runner at second. It will keep the runner at third in Almeris, but a 1-0 count now. Kindred trying to strike just like they did in the first game, get on the board early. Another one down and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch taken for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Good command there from Matt Nelson up on the mound.
This umpire is more verbal. We'll know if it's a strike or not in this one. Then we have to wait.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there in the first game. This one fouled down the right field line.
Ugly.
We can definitely appreciate that from a broadcaster's point of view. Count now runs full to Jack Wold. Runners on at second and third. First base is open. That one taken up high. So all three men have reached now in the top half of the first for Kindred, and that'll bring up the cleanup man, Nick Thompson.
Not a good situation to start with Nelson. He has all three guys reach base, and now he's got to deal with Thompson. And an early visit to the mound by Coach Jake Bryant.
Kind of what we saw from Keegan Wessels in the first game, the first inning. He gave up a couple of runs. Pretty similar to the way things started here. Almaris got on base, but then Jorgen Swenson hit a triple in that game. Now here in game number 2, bases loaded, nobody out. A dangerous hitter, Nick Thompson, at the plate. At this point for the Comets, just trying to get out of here with maybe 1 or 2 runs in would still be considered a victory.
Yeah.
Got one outside. Nelson struggling with the command a little bit. After Thompson, it will be Jeremiah Doctor, followed up by Kylan Swenson. Jack Packer bats 7th. Graham Glazo bats 8th. And Xander Rath hits 9th. This one into right field. That'll get down in front of the right fielder, Ebling, out there. Runner takes a big turn at third. Now he'll be held up. So just the one run comes in to score on the play. But Kindred leads 1-0. And everyone moves up a base. Still bases loaded, nobody out.
Hit that one right on the sweet spot of the bat, and a nice easy swing out in right field for a base hit, and the Vikings take an early lead again in game 2.
It's the exact same batting order for Kindred here in game number 2 as it was in number 1, and I suppose they figured that was their first game of the year. Why change anything if it worked for them there? Nice block again by Blanchette. He's getting a workout here in the first inning.
Yeah, don't mess with success, right? So
that's right. Some defensive changes in terms of first game to game number 2 here for post 400. And the outfield will be Chase in left. That one runs inside, almost gets Doctor. Chase in left, Shannon in center, and Ebling out in right field. Then around the infield, Wessels will play third. Bevel at short again. Another one inside. Good job by Blanchette moving over there to stop that one. So Bevel remains at shortstop in the infield. Schluchter works his way over to second base now after playing third in game number 1, and McCarthy again at first, just as he was before. This time now a strike, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike here to Jeremiah Doctor. So a couple of slight changes, getting some guys moved around the infield and changing catchers. Now this one fouled up the first baseline, count moves full. But overall, a pretty similar lineup for both teams. And for Kindred, just some positional changes, which, I mean, you have to with there being a new pitcher on the mound. Now the full count to Doctor. He swings. It'll be just foul down the right field line, so we'll do it again at 3-2. Both these teams with just 2 guys on their bench, so not really a whole lot of options if they did want to switch up the lineups a whole lot. Now we'll get a quick meeting at the mound by Blanchette, going out there to talk with Nelson. Just underway here in game 2, and Kindred already with a 1-0 lead and threatening for more. Bases loaded, nobody out. Jeremiah Doctor at the plate. Matt Nelson trying to work himself out of a jam. Already 1 run in, and make it now 2 runs in as Doctor watches ball 4 up high. And once again, everyone moves up 1 base. 2-0 Kindred. I'll bring up Kylan Swenson.
Nelson will off his game here, throwing inside quite a bit. Hasn't thrown a lot of strikes. Got to clean that up in a hurry.
Swenson takes the first pitch he sees on the ground to short. Bevel only play will be to first, and Swenson beats it out. Nice pick by McCarthy to keep everyone where they are, but the runners move up one base each. 3-0 Kindred, still nobody out, and the base is loaded.
Bevel took only play available, couldn't throw it home, so he had to throw it across the diamond to McCarthy, but too fast of a base runner. So 3-0 Kindred.
Stanley Belaski came in to courtesy run for Jeremiah Doctor. He now stands at second base as the first pitch to the first baseman. Jack Packer is a called strike. 3 hits already for Kindred in the game. This one bounces in front of Blanchette and does just enough to keep it in front. Thompson will have to stay put there at third. Now the 1-1 delivery, called strike on a breaking ball, so Nelson still trying to work himself out of this jam. But now with a 1-2 count, could sure use a strikeout here.
Be really big if he get that first out.
Out one down low, evens it up 2-2. Got him to chase on the outside part of the plate, so he does get his strikeout. Now one gone, and that'll bring up Graham Glazow.
Big strikeouts, get that first out of the inning, you're already down 3, so try to minimize damage the best you can. Getting that punch out is huge.
First pitch to Glazow, breaking ball, never quite came around, inside 1-0. For Kindred, they've worked people base to base, station to station. Nice block there by Blanchette. But you think, if you could just get something to the gap, get some runners moving and score a couple runs, 2 or 3 with the bases loaded instead of just singles and walks, could really blow this thing open here in inning number 1. Home plate umpire giving Blanchette just a little bit of time to gather himself. He's had a workout so far. He's been busy back there.
And to get Nelson a new baseball as well.
Don't see that quite as often with the turf.
No.
Which is nice. 2-0. Fouls that one off his ankle. Make it 2-1. Xander Rath waits on deck. And then the top of the lineup in Mason Almaris, who started this whole thing off with an infield single, came around to score. Taken up high, 3-1. Lights are on here at Starry and Bank Field. The sun just setting out in the distance. Shaped up to be a pretty good evening here for baseball. Didn't look like it was going to be that way throughout the week. 3-1 pitch inside. Another walk and another run comes in to score with the bases loaded. Make it 4-0 Kindred.
It's the second visit. I think Nelson's already going to come out here. It's their third of an inning, but too many walks have been issued and only 1 hit. Or now 3 hits, but.
It'll be Xander Rath set to hit here, the 9 batter.
Coming to the plate for Kindred, batting 9th, the center fielder, number 11, Xander Rath.
So everyone in the Kindred lineup will have hit here in inning number 1. Bases loaded, 1 out. Rath aggressively swings at the first pitch. We saw that from him in the first game as well.
Good sign from McCarthy. Get that first pitch strike. Just calm yourself down a little bit. You're already enough of a jam already. Get those little victories underway, get out of the inning.
That one almost runs up and gets Rath there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got to think for McCarthy, he's thinking strikeout or a hard ground ball right to somebody.
Right.
Maybe get 2. Right. Leaves that one upstairs 2-1. McCarthy sets the 2-1 pitch down low. Now the Comets in danger of walking in another run. Already 3 walks issued in the inning. McCarthy looks in, gets the sign and comes set. 3-1 pitch, fouled back, make it 3-2. Good pitch there to battle back.
Yeah, Rath is not afraid. If he sees something, he's going to swing, as we've seen in the first game, continue to the second game.
Comes the payoff pitch. We'll do it again at 3-2. This one again goes foul. Going to get just barely out of play over the post 400 dugout. So again, full count. Still just 1 out in the inning. The first 4 men that came to the plate have all came around to score. So now you've got Stanley Belaski at third in the place of Jeremiah Doctor. Kylan Swenson is at second base, and Graham Glazow stands at first. Xander Rath at the plate, trying to knock in a couple more runs here in the top of inning number 1. He pops that one again foul, doing a nice job of staying alive.
Staying alive in the count, just keep fouling them off till you find something you like. Good game plan going up there with.
Something's got to give eventually. A 3-2 pitch again, down low, ball number 4. Another walk will bring in yet another run. 5-0 is the Kindred lead.
Pitcher Mason Omeris.
Like right back to the top of the order in Almaris. I think only get worse. Close for 100 if somehow Almaris finds a way to poke one through here.
First pitch to Almaris, fouled back. You know, the tough thing, too, for the Comets, it's one thing if a team scores 5 runs in the first inning, and still could be more if they're smacking the ball around the yard. You got to tip your hat, but the ball really hasn't left the infield very often.
No.
I mean, Thompson had a nice single into right field, and now Almaris drills that one into left field. 1 run will score, another runner being waved around. So it'll be a 2 RBI single for Almaris, and that's what we were saying Kindred could really strike. They get something to a gap in the outfield. It will wind up being just a single, but was deep enough out there to score a couple. The lead now 7-0.
Yep. Comets in a deep hole, now down a touchdown. They got to get something. McCarthy has to find a way to get through this inning. He was given a tough situation and hasn't improved it much. Now being down 7-0. They've already given up 4 hits. But most of them have been walks, but Kindred finally finds a way to punch one through to left field and make their lead even bigger.
That's what's made them tough to beat when the pitches are off the plate. They've had a good eye, but you bring that thing in the zone, they've been willing to pounce on it. Now a throw over to first. This one's going to bring in a run. Gets by the first baseman, Ebling. Almaris takes the turn at second. He will hold up there. But just a disastrous first inning here for the Comets. 9-0 now the Kindred lead. As that pickoff attempt just got by the glove of Ebling. That'll bring in Rath.
Yeah, it's a first baseman's worst nightmare. And you get that pick, a wild thrower from the pitcher, and just gets away from him, and that just can't happen. 8-0
the score. Almaris still stands on second. Jorgen Swenson at the plate. And that's a ball inside. Swenson walked already this inning. Came around to score. Swings and misses. Big cut there. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't think it's going to matter tonight, but would this be a tournament atmosphere? This would be a pretty big first inning. Maybe save some pitching.
Yeah.
Affect who you're going to go with. 1-1 pitch downstairs, 2-1. For tonight, Kindred's second game. I think they'll probably stick it out with Almaris on the mound, get him some work. But as you get into the postseason, you're able to capitalize early on teams and not have to use as many pitchers or your top pitchers, save them for later on. 3 balls and 1 strike now. You know, every game comes with a lesson as you're working towards that postseason play, and that might be the lesson here for the Comets tonight. Fouled away, 3-2.
I get some sign of positivity here. Getting a strikeout would be really helpful for Post 500 right now. McCarthy just trying to hone in, get that 3-2, get that strikeout.
Early in the season, like you said, just got to try and find some way to, some sort of positivity. This one high in the air. Looks like Wessels is going to settle underneath it, and he does at the last second. Moved a little bit to his left, but makes the catch for out number 2.
You got to finally get that third out, get out of the inning, and try to cut into this deficit you've built yourselves already.
Bring up Jack Wold. Pitched in the first game. He'll play second base here in game number 2. He watches strike number 1. Fouls that one back quickly, 0-2. McCarthy looking like he's settling in a little bit now. Just trying to find his way out of this first inning. 4 hits, 8 runs for Kindred. They have pounced on the Comets early. That one runs inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See if McCarthy finishes off. He's already ahead in the count. Can he finish it off? That's the question.
McCarthy trying to get out of the inning. 1-2 runs inside again. Evens it up at 2-2. This one out to right field should be playable out there, and it will be. So after 8 runs come across, the inning finally over, and Post 400 will get their first chance at the plate. But Kindred finds himself with a nice lead. Going to the bottom of the first. We'll be back on Magnitude Sports.
Does a ghost pepper wing that doesn't send you into tears make any sense? Sure does to us. That's why Popeye's ghost pepper wings are more flavorful than fireful. Because in NOLA, we like to taste our food, not cry over it. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes Rewards.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs Honey Barbecue wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh! Making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Yes.
Woo! And these.
Oh,
Bottom of the first here, the Comets coming to bat, find themselves in an early hole down 8-0. It was a tough top half of the inning for them, but got to erase it now. Owen Shannon fouls that one back. Shannon batted second in the order last game, and he'll swap places with Matt Nelson now here in game number 2.
Yep, he was their spark plug in the first game, and they're already down 8-0, so see what they're doing, and Shannon hopefully can get going again here. He's got on base 3 times in the first game. Could he get on base to start this one?
Over the top curveball just never quite came around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bryce Whipple will now catch for Kindred, so a change there, maybe with the lead affecting that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch outside. Make it 2-2. So Jeremiah Doctor caught the first game, came to bat in the first inning, and now he'll get replaced. This one out to right center. Is anyone going to get there? No, they're not. This one will be down for extra bases. Shannon takes the turn at second. He'll head for third, and he will be in there standing. It's a leadoff triple for Owen Shannon. If there was any way to come back from an 8-0 deficit in the top half of the first, that's how you start things right there. In
Nice
the bottom.
piece of hitting by Owen Shannon. That's something he likes, and just powers it out in the right field near the American flag, and has good wheels on him and gets that triple, something that Postmaster desperately needed to start this one out.
The story of game 1, though, for the Comets was Shannon had a heck of a game, but really no one else did, and so we'll see now if they're able to knock him in. It'll be Matt Nelson's turn to bat. He fouls that one down the third baseline.
It all starts with 1. You got your first run 90 feet away. Can you get it in and just get on the comeback trail quickly? Good way to start.
0-1 pitch, nice breaking ball. Now 0-2. Almaris looks in, gets the sign. 0-2 pitch is chased, so he gets a strikeout there for out number 1. That's exactly what Almaris was hoping for, and for post 400, it's the last thing that you needed right there.
Yeah. Now you got Bevel at the plate, and Bevel can definitely get a base hit for you. It's just can he get that, at least just get that first run across, get some confidence back in that dugout.
First pitch to Bevel, called strike, drops in there. Almaris has got that over-the-top curveball, well, 12-6 action on it. Big looper in there. 0-1 fastball. Now this one's going to get by the catcher to the backstop, and a nice play there by Whipple to slide. Probably a wise decision there at third from Shannon. I think he might have been out at home should he try to go.
That was a really nice play by Whipple. Gets back, stops the ball before he can get to the backstop, and Shannon has no choice but to turn back and stay put.
One pitch inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. One pitch down low, right at Whipple's feet. Couldn't find it for a moment, but able to track it down. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count. The 3-1 pitch outside, so Bevel will make his way aboard with a walk. I'll bring up Gus Pankratz.
Designated hitter number 11, Gus.
Good at bat by Bevel, gets runners on the corners. Some signs of life from the post-runner offense, what they desperately need, so much needed, and they just got to keep it going.
Pankratz, the DH in this one, just as he was in game number 1, sends a high fly ball out to medium deep left center. Runner will tag and score, so they do get Shannon in by way of sac fly. Glazow makes the catch. Only play was to toss it into second base. So Pankratz does his job, gets a sac fly and an RBI.
He did his job, just hit it out to center, make sure it's deep enough for Shannon. It was by a long shot, so gets supposed to run on the board, just got to get those other 7 back.
Brings up Grant Schluchter. He swings through that one, foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is down in the dirt. A good read there by Bevel. He was already off towards second on the way it was coming in there, reading that down angle. Kind of ricocheted off of Whipple, went to the backstop, and Bevel will hold up at second.
Yeah, just a good read as you'll see that, gets off to second, and with nothing coming towards him.
This one on the ground to short. Nice pickup there by Swenson. Throws it over to first, and Kindred gets out of the inning. Comets do get one back. They still trail 8-1, and Kindred will come to bat in the top half of inning number 2 when we return on Magnitude Sports.
Cheyenne Septic Service is your go-to for residential and commercial pumping of your septic and holding tanks. Plus, they provide pre-sale real estate pumping and inspections. Don't buy a new home or sell your current home without it. Cheyenne Septic Service is always on call 24/7 for any emergency services that may be required at your home or business. Call 701-317-2756. That's 701-317-2756. Cheyenne Septic Service.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Santana Concrete LLC in Barnesville comes highly recommended from their customers. But don't take our word for it, take theirs. Dan states that the team is polite.
Top half of inning number 2, we're set to go. Nick Thompson leads off for Kindred, 4-5-6, due up. First pitch from McCarthy, down and away for ball number 1. McCarthy came in to relieve in the first inning, and now he'll get himself a fresh inning to work with. And sometimes for a reliever, that can be all it takes to kind of reset the mind. Evens up at 1-1. He was dealt a tough hand last inning. Came in with the bases loaded. Now a little flare towards first base. Ebling's going to pick it up after a couple of bounces and step on first.
Nice play by Ebling. Lets the ball bounce and roll. See where it's going to go. Picks up, steps on first. Nice, easy play.
Catcher Bryce Whipple.
And a much better start to the inning than last. The Comets didn't record their first out of the inning until the seventh man, I should say, to come to the plate. Foul ball there from Bryce Whipple. He's replacing Jeremiah Doctor. He watches strike number 2. Whipple did not play in the first game, but he's going to catch now here in game number 2. He watches that one inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch high in the air. Going to be playable for Wessels on the infield. And he makes the catch for out number 2. So McCarthy looking like he's settling in a little bit here. Gets a fresh inning in the second, 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, much better start. Gets Whipple to pop it up to Joey Gallo height distance, but comes down for an out. No big deal. No, next man up.
Kylan Swenson steps in, swings the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Score update from Dickinson. The Stars win 9-4 in game number 1. Game number 2 coming up shortly from out in western North Dakota. You can catch that one, of course, on Magnitude Sports. That one fouled away. 0-2 now the count. Oh-2 pitch caught him looking. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Blake McCarthy. His team comes to bat in the bottom of the second, trying to mount a comeback. 8-1, Kindred leads. You're watching Magnitude Sports.
Santana Concrete LLC in Barnesville comes highly recommended from their customers. But don't take our word for it, take theirs. Dan states that the team is
polite, friendly, and efficient.
Lee tells us that
quality work for a fair price is hard to find.
Here's Mike from Post 400 Baseball.
Santana Concrete did a wonderful job laying the concrete foundation for our new press box.
And Jasmine shares
they do amazing work.
Check them out by searching Santana Concrete LLC on Facebook or call 218-790-6560.
Jamie R. Swenson of Park Company Realtors has been your local Kindred area realtor for over 10 years. She'll help you find the home you're really looking for. Growing up in Gary, Minnesota, and graduating from NDSU, Jamie has made her home in Kindred, proudly cheering on the home team in blue. Buying or selling? Make that call to Jamie R. Swenson at 701-799-1779 or visit connectwithjamie.com to browse new listings and listen to the Realtor Moms podcast. Jamie R. Swenson of Park Company Realtors supports the Kindred players of today and hometown rookies of tomorrow.
6, 7, 8 are due up for the Comets here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Keegan Wessels will lead things off, followed by Caleb Blanchette and Blake McCarthy. Mason Almaris back on the mound for Kindred. He fires in strike for the first pitch here in the bottom half of the second. Jack Wold went complete game in the first game here tonight. His team picked up an 8-3 win. Now it's 0-2 to McCarthy. Almaris trying to match that same effort on the mound. That one down low in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Almaris likes to work a bit faster pace. He's going a lot faster than his counterpart did in the first game. Once he gets work done quickly.
1-2 pitch, strike 3, outside corner. Got him with the breaking ball for the first out here in the bottom of the second.
Very nice pitch, froze him on that 1-2. Didn't know what to do with it, ran out of time. 1 out.
They'll bring out Caleb Blanchette. Played second base earlier tonight. Now he puts a nice line drive over the second baseman's head, just out of the reach of Wold there at second base. So just as I said, he played second base in game 1. He gets a hit over second base here in game 2.
You're down 8-1. What the heck? Just try to go out and see something you like. It was the first pitch. Saw it. Swung. Nice hit.
Blake McCarthy digs in. Started the game at first base. Quickly came in to pitch and had a nice 1-2-3 inning in the second in his first full inning of work. He'll watch ball number 1 from Almaris. Two balls, no strikes. That one missing up high and in. Now a strike, 2 balls, 1 strike here to Blake McCarthy. One pitch gets away there from Whipple, and so Blanchette will move into second base. runner in scoring position now, just one out for the Comets. In game number 1, they had some unfortunate luck, a couple of line drive double plays. We'll see if they're able to knock the runner in now. It will not be McCarthy who does it. He will make his way down to first base by way of walk. That'll bring up Blake Chase.
Maris got through the first inning clean, not as much this time around. We got 2 guys on, and see if Nelson can make this a little bit easier.
First pitch to Chase up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Chase started the game in left field, and when Nelson came out of the ball game, Nelson went out to left, and Chase moved out to right. Ebling came in to first base. Swing and miss there. You could say Chase chased.
Yes, he did.
One pitch down the right field line. Swenson giving Chase. Nice running catch there by the right fielder. He flips over the fence. Now he's going to try and throw the ball in. Umpire ruled it dead and out of play.
Went over the side wall in foul territory. Couldn't stop himself.
No, he couldn't. So McCarthy will move up to second on the play. Blanchette moves up to third. Kind of an odd play out there, but an out nonetheless. That'll bring up Owen Shannon. Now walk out to the pitcher's mound. It looks like that's going to be all, looks like, for Mason Almaris. They're calling in a right-hander from the bullpen. I believe it looks like, to me, like that's Stanley Belaski, who's going to come in and pitch number 0. The first pitch is outside for ball number 1. Now it's on the ground to second base, and Wold is there to make the play over to first. So Belaski comes in, does his job, gets a ground out to second to wrap up things in the second inning. After 2 complete, Kindred leads 8-1, and they'll come to bat in the top half of the third right here on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. MLGC's story began in 1906 in the rural communities of Enderlin and Cooperstown. Today, MLGC is a 4th-generation family-owned company that can deliver ultra-high-speed broadband, TV, telephone, and advanced business services to customers on a 100% fiber optic network. Now available in several rural communities, including Kindred. In an era of exploding technology, MLGC's goal is to deliver future technologies that make rural North Dakota a vibrant place to live and do business. Visit them today, MLGC.com. MLGC, moving you at the speed of light.
Top half of the third here at Starion Bank Field in South Fargo. Jack Packer set to lead things off for Kindred. They lead 8-1. They've had their way most of the night, winning game 1 by a score of 8-3. They're strike number 1. Now already 8 runs home here after just 2 complete. This one well hit out to center field. Shannon going back on it, still going back, and makes the catch. So Packer gave it a ride, but Shannon out there to make the play. A pretty trusty center fielder makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, he got all of it, but just not enough. I don't know if it was a factor or not, but still went 380. Probably needed to go 385. Just not enough on it.
Now Stanley Belaski will get to hit. He replaced Graham Glazow in the batting order. He squares around to bunt and gets it down. Tries to beat it out to first, but a nice play there by McCarthy, fielding his position, picks it up and throws it over. Quickly now 2 outs in the top half of the third.
Number 11, Xander Rapp.
Xander Raff now gets to hit. Started out the night in center field, moved over to left after Almaris took over in center field after he was done pitching. Watches a strike right there on the outside. Oh, 1 pitch, cut on and missed. 0-2.
Yeah, Rath's not going to get cheated up there. If he's going to swing, he's going to swing hard. This hasn't made a lot of contact tonight.
See where McCarthy wants to go on 0-2, and he gets some swinging. Very quick and tidy 1-2-3 inning by McCarthy, capped off with a swinging strikeout. His team comes to hit in the bottom of the third. They trail 8-1. We'll be back on Megatude Sports.
For your remodeling and service needs on residential or commercial water heaters, sewers, drain cleaning, floor heating, and more, contact DJ's Plumbing and Heating in Castleton. The team at DJ's Plumbing and Heating has over 43 years of experience and is an officially licensed master plumber. DJ's Plumbing and Heating. Give them a call today at 701-347-5253 or visit them in person at 1002 Front Street in Castleton.
Family owned and operated for many years, MTW Towing is your first call for all of your towing needs in the West Fargo, North Dakota area. We are a full-service towing company that
Matt Nelson will lead off. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Comets. Nelson struck out in his first plate appearance. And he squares around a bunt and gets it down. Whipple hops up from his catch position. Throw down to first is well above the first baseman. Swenson right there to back it up, though. Johnny on the spot. Nice heads-up play from him. But Nelson works his way on base with a bunt here to lead off the third.
Good bunt, but whoa, that throw was a wee bit high, but actually kind of helped out the catcher. The ball rolled off the new chain link fences, so it just limits to just one base, not two.
Yeah, we mentioned that chain link fence that kind of juts in down that both the right and left field lines in the first game. It comes into play here in the second game. Now Bevel squares around a bunt, pulls it back. That pitch well outside. Nice stop there behind the dish by Bryce Whipple. This one down low in the dirt. Another stop there by Whipple. Got to think maybe Nelson in motion here. A good pitch to run on, especially when Belaski's shown he's been kind of all over the place. Nelson stays put. It's a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the Comets shortstop. Half swing, foul ball.
Yeah. Didn't want to swing, but swung anyway, so it's still, Bevel's trying to plead his case. Wasn't trying to swing, but ball still went foul either way.
Yeah, in that case, doesn't matter if you're trying to or not.
Yep, it's still foul.
Hit off the bat.
No matter
yep.
what, so.
Anyone who's played baseball, we've all been there before.
Yep. You're like, why did I swing at that? but at least he got a piece of it.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nelson leads off first. Big breaking ball. Stayed above the zone. Count now full. Three-two pitch swung on and missed. Bevel knows he chased after what would have been ball 4. Ends up being the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he knew it too.
That'll bring up Gus Pankratz. So Bevel with the check swing fouls one off that time. Tried to hold up, but unable to do so. You could tell though, right as he went around, he knew would have been ball 4, would have had a reservation at first base. Now with 1 out, Gus Pankratz steps in, watches ball number 1, a little bit down low there, maybe even outside. This one fouled up the third baseline, evens it up at 1-1. Your head coach Jake Bryant yelling out some numbers. That's how the Comets go about their signs. See a lot of teams doing that these days. You got the little wristbands, or some like to put on their belt.
Never liked wearing the wristband, but I got the purpose.
This one gets by Whipple, and Nelson with a heads-up play. He'll slide into second.
Yeah. Nelson saw it go by. Just with his speed, he can make that. He made that one look easy.
And none of the teams I ever played for used the wristband system.
Yeah,
I was the same as you. I was thankful we didn't. I didn't want to wear the wristband.
We did wear them the one year. I never liked it because it got so sweaty after a game. And it was horrible.
2-1's on the ground. It's going to get by Thompson. A long throw from the shortstop position, not in time.
Play.
It was a very nice play by Swenson to even get there and track it down. Used the turf to his advantage. Bounced it over to Packer there at first base. But Pankratz digging out right out of the box, able to make it into first safely.
That was a bang play. It looked like he beat it out, but you could argue he was out, but the umpire made him safe, so 2 on, 1 out.
Grant Schluchter steps in to hit. Takes a first pitch outside. In this day and age, everyone's so used to, we'll just go to the monitor and take a look, see if he was out or safe. Well,
yeah, you can't wave the finger in Legion baseball.
We don't quite have that here yet.
No.
Swing and a miss there, 1-1, but, maybe someday.
Someday.
I know when I played Legion baseball, not every game was streamed like we do now at Magnitude Sports, so maybe that's the next advancement. Maybe it's replay. One pitch taken high and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. I gotta say though, I don't necessarily like all the replay stuff every now and then.
Because it slows the game down.
Seems like every guy who has a close play at first immediately wants there to be a replay.
At the same time, you want to get the call right, so I'm not against it, but this slows the game down a little bit more than I'd like it to.
I agree about getting the call right. Ball outside makes it 3-1, but feels like sometimes it's a pretty easy call and they take a lot longer than they need to figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
3-1 pitch sent in the air behind shortstop. Swenson makes the play, going back out from his shortstop position.
Good communication between the outfielders and the infielder. The infielder saw the ball all the way, called everybody else off, made the play. Good communication.
They'll bring in Keegan Wessels. Struck out looking last time up. It was Almaris on the mound. Gave him a big sweeping curveball and just froze him. He'll watch the first pitch for a ball. Probably one of the nicer nights we're going to get all summer here at Starion Bank Field, and you consider that. Now Wessels lines one into left field. Runner holds up at third for a second, and then Nelson comes in to score. Kind of stopped and stuttered as he rounded third, and I think head coach Jake Bryan was telling him, what are you doing? Get in there and score, and he wound up scoring easily.
Yeah, he hesitated a little bit, kind of stopped and started, as he said, but he had the green light regardless, figured that out, and hustled home to get him with one more on the board, so it's 8-2.
Bring up Caleb Blanchette. 1 run in the first, now 1 run in the third here for the Comets. Couple of runners still out there. Strike number 1 to Blanchette. As I was saying about the weather tonight, I mean, it's been hot and muggy the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Now tonight cooled down a little bit, a slight breeze, but no rain in the forecast. Pretty nice evening for baseball.
There's been constant threats of rain, but.
Yep. 1-1 now the count. It seems like that's been that way every single day for I don't even know how long. Every day.
Definitely.
There's a chance of rain. Today it looks like it held off.
For now.
For now is right. Catches the outside corner there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One just barely misses, maybe a little bit low there.
Yeah, tad low.
Evens it up at 2-2.
Look good from here.
Now the 2-2 pitch from Belaski, fouled away by Blanchette, so we'll do it again. Kind of saw on that pitch before, Whipple hold the glove there for just a second. You see a lot of catchers do that when they think they got the call. Give it a little extra hold there.
Yep.
Never seen the call change though.
No, I wouldn't see it changed.
They get the strikeout there. Swings and misses does Blanchette. So after 1 run in, that's all they get. Kindred still leads 8-2 after 3 complete. We go to the 4th. You're watching Magnitude Sports.
If you're looking for a bank or insurance agency that offers big bank products and small town service, then Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is the way to go. Live in or near the Kindred area? Stop in and chat with a friendly banker or insurance agent about all of the convenient services and features they offer. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency are your neighbors who are here to help you grow and develop. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Online at kindredstatebank.com.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Kindred Storage provides secure and affordable storage 24 hours a day. The units at Kindred Storage are new construction, isolated from water and snow, and are maintained year-round. The area is also well lit to ensure safe and easy access to your possessions day or night. Call 701-428-3121 for availability, unit pricing, and more information. Kindred Storage. You can find them online at kindredstorage.com. You can also find them on the north side of the airport in the city of Kindred.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Mason Almaris will lead things off. He is the leadoff man. He'll start things here in the top of the 4th. His team leads 8-2. Start of the night pitching. He's moved out to center field since then. Watches the first pitch for a strike. Oh, one pitch down low, taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Two balls and 1 strike after that one misses outside. The Comets with 5 hits on the night compared to Kindred's 4. But Kindred has worked themselves aboard with plenty of walks and gotten a few timely hits. Takes a strike there, 2-2.
Be a big K from McCarthy early on in the inning. Let's get that first out. Let's get that. We're on that road towards getting back in the dugout, trying to chip away at this lead as the Vikings have assembled.
That one down low. Runs the count now full at 3-2. This one line shot up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there from Almaris. Takes it right back where it came from and earns himself a well-struck single to lead things off in the 4th.
Screaming right back at McCarthy. He just had to get out of the way. Couldn't hit, just hit too hard. He had no chance to catch it. Just had to let it go by him.
It's Almaris' 3rd hit of the night. Singled twice in the 1st and now again here in the 4th. Coach's son, pretty darn good ball player, if I do say so myself. Like the way he plays the game. Now pick off to first. Almaris back in safely. And we talked in the pregame show before the first game, this Kindred team being a veteran squad, a lot of guys coming back from last year's team, and I think that's showing up tonight just with their approach at the plate. Almaris will take off for second. He slides in. He will be in there with a stolen base, called strike on the play.
Yeah, they play with a lot of confidence, you can see on the field. They play a lot of confidence. They're smart in their at-bats, just really well coached, and they're executing really well to go along with that confidence.
One sent out to right field. It's going to get over the right fielder's head and be down for extra bases. Almaris will wheel and score from second, and another RBI triple on the night for Jorgen Swenson.
Swenson did a great job, gets that one right, hits that one right on the screws, and gets out into right field. It's over the right fielder's head. He does hit that one really, really well. Almost to the 385 marker, or the 355 marker. He crushed that ball.
A little bit of wind helping out there to right field, but even without that wind, it was still hit very well to the opposite field. A nice display of power. I don't think you see a lot from high school prospects is guys who can not only hit for power, but hit for power to the opposite field. 1-0 the count, fouled back, make it 1-1 to Jack Wold. That's something you see in the college game a lot, is guys using all parts of the field, where it seems like the younger guys are pretty content with hitting for power to the pull side.
Yeah.
Now I've seen twice tonight Swenson use that right center, right field area for a couple of triples. 1-2 now to Wold. This one on the ground will be playable there for Bevel over to first. Not in time. Hustling right out of the box was Wold. Runner stays put at third. So it'll be runners in the corners now. Wold at first, Swenson at third for the third baseman, Nick Thompson.
Yeah, Bevel did a good job, got that ball right away, but Wold was just too quick for him. So runners just remain at the corners, stay at the corners.
First pitch to Thompson, up and in. Ball number 1. We're to the point in the game now, top of the 4th, 9-2 the score. If you're Kindred, you might want to start thinking about the possible 10-run rule.
Absolutely. I always felt good to 10-run a team. You really asserted your dominance. So the game's done quicker. Go home quicker.
Absolutely, especially on the road.
Especially on the road.
Especially on the road. It's nice to 10-run a team. Runners off with the pitch. This one's fouled down the right field line there by Thompson. And the game of Legion Baseball, we've been talking about it tonight. You play a lot of games in a short span. If you 10-run a team, you can just save pitchers, get off your legs.
Correct.
And when you 10-run someone, you're not missing out on at-bats because everyone had to come to the plate to get that lead. This one, swing and a miss there from Thompson. Runner was stealing on the play, and he'll make his way into second, does Jack Wold.
Yeah, runner was going regardless. Ball got away. Just made the steal that much easier.
Count now 1-2 to Nick Thompson. He watches that one up and away at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, well struck out to left field. This one's got some carry. It will one-hop the fence. Both runners will score, and Thompson will make his way into second with a 2 RBI double that was absolutely crushed to left field.
Yeah, he annihilated that ball off the bat to left. There's no doubt the thing had a chance to get out. Just one-hop the wall off the top of the wall. A nice 2-run RBI. Just absolutely crushed that ball.
Bryce Whipple gets his chance to bat. He watches strike number 1 on the outside. That's why you put Thompson in the cleanup spot. You get the speedy guys ahead of him on base, and he'll drive him in. It's textbook stuff right there from the Kindred lineup. Now Whipple with a line shot into center field. Shannon came in, now goes back, ends up making the catch. Thompson will tag up, head to third, and he will be in there safely. He slid right over the bag, but he just kind of ends up sitting on it.
Had his hand there, yep. Nope, sacrifice the runner over. That's all you can do with it. That's good enough. Now Swenson can make it a 10-run game.
Infield will come in. Like you said, the 10th run stands at third base. Ground ball to second, only play will be to first. Thompson will score. And so Swenson does his job, and talk about textbook stuff from the lineup. That's how you do it, getting a guy in from second.
Yep, that's all you got to do.
Move him over with a fly ball, send a ground ball somewhere in the infield, not right at them. You get yourself a run across. Now the lead is 10, 12-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. That one down low and inside. The Comets still do get to bat in the bottom of the 4th, also the bottom of the 5th. So
yeah, it's after 5.
Still a couple of innings away from the 10-run rule, like you said, after 5. But got to feel good for Kindred where you're at right now. Pop up in the infield. Looks like Ebling will make the catch, and he does. But Kindred adds on 4 more to their total. They lead 12-2. Comets trying to make a comeback. We return on Magnitude Sports.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcast on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
Does a ghost pepper wing that doesn't send you into tears make any sense? Sure does to us. That's why Popeye's ghost pepper wings are more flavorful than fireful. Because in NOLA, we like to taste our food, not cry over it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
8-9-1 due up for the Comets. McCarthy, Chase, and Shannon. They will face Stanley Pulaski out there on the mound. First pitch down low for ball number 1. Pulaski came in relief back in the second inning. Got Shannon to ground out, the first batter he faced. Here comes ball number 2.
Thursday, the concession stand will be closing in the 5th inning.
Make it 3-0. Pulaski just can't quite find the strike zone right now. See if he can fight back from down 3-0 in the count. And he cannot. A 4-pitch walk will put McCarthy on base to start off the home half of inning number 4.
Good start for the Comets. Can you get another guy on and get him around the bases quicker? That's the question.
Riley Swenson alongside Grant Hubbard, bringing you tonight's doubleheader on Magnitude Sports. Thank you for joining us. Comets and Vikings playing here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one gets by Whipple. And McCarthy will make his way up to second base.
McCarthy not that quick, but when it's that far away from the catcher, makes it easier to steal second base.
Blake Chase into bat for post 400 and watches a ball down low. So now that's 6 straight in a row for Pulaski up there on the mound. Now 7 in a row. Whipple blocked it though, kept it in front of him, lost it for a moment. But Pulaski started off the inning now. Walked the first man on 4 pitches and now finds himself behind 3-0.
Not a spot you want to be in, but it's only 3-0. It's not. You haven't thrown 4 yet. Just fight your way back. There's a strike.
Does fire that one in for a strike, make it 3 balls and 1 strike to Blake Chase. Owen Shannon waits on deck. And that time it misses. So 2 walks here to start off the bottom of the 4th, and that will prompt a visit to the mound. Probably just quick and short meeting out there. Everyone will head back to their positions. Runners on first and second here for the Comets. Owen Shannon up at the plate. He started things off for the Comets with a triple in this one, fouls that one away, and he grounded out to second in his second plate appearance. So 1 for 2 on the night, or I should say 1 for 2 in this game is Shannon. Swings and misses up high. No balls and 2 strikes, and it's amazing, Grant, how many times a coach goes out there for a mound visit and, you know, the pitcher tends to find some control after that.
Right. It's amazing how quickly just they sure things up in a hurry. It's almost amazing how that works. It's like they got the magical spell that just cast upon somebody that works.
0-2 is well outside, makes it 1-2. McCarthy slipped a little bit on his leadoff second.
Yeah, he did.
Luckily for him, able to get back in time.
He's wincing a little bit, limping a little bit.
Yeah, you hope he's all right.
If he has to run, see if he can run out at all.
1-2 pitch, got him looking. Outside corner, breaking ball. Shannon goes down on strikes, and that'll bring up Matt Nelson.
Left fielder, Matt Nelson.
Key punch out there and get his confidence back a little bit after the mound visit.
And how about that? 2 walks, doesn't look like he really could find the strike zone whatsoever. Coach comes out and talks to him and gets a strikeout.
Yeah, that ball wasn't that far outside. That's just that's a miss you can deal with. It's not the ones that are way outside like he was throwing.
Exactly. First pitch to Nelson, 1-0. Now make it 2-0 upstairs. And you know, I've always referred to them growing up watching baseball as a competitive pitch. You know, it might miss a little bit, but it's the ones in the dirt way above the zone that are easy takes. Now a throwback to second. Looks like they might have got him, but ball slipped out of the shortstop Swenson's glove right there. A couple of times Kindred's thrown down to second now. Looks like they might have had a runner hung out to dry, but would have been a close play.
Would have been close.
Should he have caught that ball, but McCarthy able to slide back in safely. A heads-up play there from Whipple and fired a strike down there to second.
Great play. And McCarthy's in the middle there. Caught napping a little bit. They knew he was limping a little bit, so they tried to throw back at him. Didn't get him, but it was still a good effort.
2-1 pitch inside. Runs the count to 3-1. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some of the really fast guys get about halfway and kind of bait the catcher into throwing to second and immediately take off for third. 3-1 to make it 3-2. Pulaski just trying to fight out there, work his way back into some of these counts. He pitches here to Matt Nelson with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. It's a ground ball to first, and the only play will be to first base. A nice pickup there by Jack Packer, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. Both runners move up a bag.
Only play Packer has is the safe play, get the out, runner goes to third, but you can deal with the next guy.
We'll bring up Carson Bevel. He has walked and struck out. Comets looking for a big 2-out hit from their 3-hitter. Whoa, runs inside, goes to the backstop, but bounces right back to Whipple.
Go see old Bob Euchre line just a bit outside. Yeah, that's how I would describe that pitch.
1 ball, no strikes. This one on the ground to Swenson at short, tries for the backhand, fumbles it a little bit, throw to first, pickup by Packer.
What a play.
Nice play on both ends. Swenson sticks with it, Packer picks it out of the turf. And Kindred gets out of the jam unscathed. They come to bat in the top of the 5th, they lead 12-2. You're watching Attitude Sports.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs honey barbecue wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Woo!
And these.
So good!
And definitely this.
I love you! Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
Cheyenne Septic Service is your go-to for residential and commercial pumping of your septic and holding tanks. Plus, they provide pre-sale real estate pumping and inspections. Don't buy a new home or sell your current home without it. Cheyenne Septic Service is always on call 24/7 for any emergency services that may be required at your home or business. Call 701
Top half of inning number 5. It'll be Stanley Belaski to lead things off. He'll face a new pitcher. It'll be Easton Ebling. out there on the mound. They'll just switch with Blake McCarthy. So McCarthy will move over to first base. Ebling will pitch. We saw Ebling close out the first game. Now he'll come in to pitch here and try and keep it at just a 10-run deficit for his team. So they should only need 1 run in the bottom half to extend the game.
Right. Ebling was decent in the game 1 that he finished. They give up a run, but that was about it. So see if he can improve upon that.
Fires in a first pitch strike. You know, each situation as a pitcher, you kind of got to make it as high pressure as you want. If you want to look at it here, you got a 10-run deficit. It's almost as if you're coming in for a save and you can't let them score. That's kind of how you got to think about it if you're Ebling.
You can only control what you can control. You only control the pitches you throw, so only worry about that.
One chased by Belaski, make it 1-2. One-two pitch chased on again. Belaski goes down on strikes, and Ebling with a nice start to his game number 2.
Number 11, Xander Rath.
Picks up a strikeout, and that'll bring up Xander Rath.
Really good start for Easton Ebling. This gets that nice, easy strikeout, and you got 1 down already. You can face the next guy with less pressure. Just focus on the next hitter.
He's got the 9 batter up now. Almaris waits on deck. He'd love to face him with nobody on base. Rath lays down a bunt. He will reach first base safely, and that throw gets by the first baseman, McCarthy. He'll chase it down. Rath makes the turn and goes to second, and he is in there standing. Would have been a close play should the throw have been good, but throw just got away from him there.
Yeah, one got away.
And Rath will make his way into second, and now he'll face Almaris with a man in scoring position. Almaris has been hot tonight. 3 singles in this one, including a line shot right up the middle in his last at-bat. Strike 1 to Almaris, right at the top of the zone. Long hold from Ebling, and lines up the pitch well outside. He was looking at second base when he picked up his leg to go home, and then turned his head at the last second.
Yeah, didn't look. He looked like he was all with that pitch. Just kind of maybe looked back a little too quickly.
1 ball, 1 strike. Again outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. This one flittered out to right field. It's going to get by. That will score Rath from second base. Just fisted that one into right field. The strength from Almaris, and I guess when it's going well, it's going well. That one not hit hard at all, but Almaris will reach with his 4th single of the night.
When it's your night, it's your night. You just fisted that one off to the right side where nobody was home, and it just ended up being an RBI single. It's your night, it's your night.
This one will prompt head coach Jake Bryant out of the dugout. So now the lead at 11. Some insurance for Kindred, really. From their standpoint, you got to think it was a tie ball game, really.
Yes, absolutely.
And so you're able to push one across. Now you can, if you happen to make a mistake in the bottom half, now you can live with that. Almaris on first. He's pretty much stole second at will tonight whenever he wants to. I would not be surprised to see possibly a pitch out here, maybe a couple of pickoffs. That might have been what the conversation was. From
Ebling. Nope, Ebling doesn't.
Head coach Bryant, and he'll steal second without a throw.
No throw at all.
Pitch was a ball, so 1-0 now to Jorgen Swenson. He hit a triple last time. A well-struck ball out to right center field, just as he did in game number 1. This one high in the air. That one's going to get out of play.
Foul.
Right on top of the broadcast.
Literally right on top of the booth.
One ball and one strike to Jorgen Swenson. A pickoff now to second. Carson Bevel slaps the tag on, but Almaris back in time.
Good attempt, though. Just a bit late.
Umpire out in the field calls time for just a moment.
Bevel disputing whatever. I don't know exactly what he's disputing.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Why he was given time. And
whatever it was, they got it figured out.
Yeah, we got it figured out. We're good.
One ball, one strike. Almaris off for third. Swung on and missed, but Almaris in standing. No one was holding him on at second base, and he said, "Thank you very much. I'll take third."
Yeah, Bevel just took. Yeah, Bevel wasn't there, and he just took off for third base, and no one was there to greet him.
You know, I understand part of it. Up 13-2, maybe don't need to be stealing bases, but at the same time, I mean, if you're not even going to try and hold him on,
yeah.
1-2 pitch outside, evens it up at 2-2.
Yep.
I mean, it's still a baseball game. He has every right to do that.
And Kindred wants to get out of here earlier
exactly
than earlier, so.
Yeah, they're fighting for insurance runs, so. Now
That's
line shot into center field. You're right. That one's going to help. That will score Almaris. So after his RBI single, steals second, steals third, and his buddy Jorgen Swenson knocks him in with a line shot single. We'll bring up Jack Wold. Wold pitched the first game. Was pretty fantastic on the mound. Just gave up 3 runs. Went the distance for his team. He watches the first pitch down low, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to make it 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch sent into right field, well struck single. That one's going to get down into the corner. Could be extra bases, actually. Wold takes the turn, heads for second. He will be in there standing with a double. Kind of took a kick off the outfield grass there, had some spin on it, got down into the corner.
I think got down there in a hurry, just stayed there. So interesting there.
Looked to me like it was going to be a single off the bat. Just kind of scurried down into that corner. Now runners on second and third for Nick Thompson. He blasted a double at one hop to the left field fence in his last plate appearance. Takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. The 0-1 pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. One taken down low, 2-1. 8 runs in the first for Kindred, 4 in the fourth, now 2 here in the fifth has brought them to their 14-run total. Swung on and big swing there, I should say.
Yeah, on 11 hits as well. They really hit the ball really well tonight in this one, too. They've done everything right in these 2 games.
Definitely something they can take home and build on.
Absolutely.
As they prepare for the rest of their season, just their first 2 games of the season, and if this is to be an implication of what's to come, I'm sure they're very excited. Full count now, 1 out to Nick Thompson. Bryce Whipple waits on deck. That one
fouled it off
hits
his
off
leg.
his foot. Went into fair territory, but
foul ball.
Home plate umpire was right on top of it, as was Nick Thompson. Didn't move out of the box, which that's something you're always taught as a hitter. If it hits you, don't move.
Yeah.
Then no one's gonna believe you when you try and say, "Oh yeah, it hit me."
Or sell it really well, one of the 2.
Yeah, exactly. If you know you're not gonna beat it out, just stay in the box. Try and sell like it hit off you. Full count with 1 out. Strike 3, outside corner, got him looking. Big strikeout there. We'll keep those runners where they're at and move it now to 2 outs in the inning. First pitch to Whipple on the ground. Shortstop Bevel picks it up, fires over to first. Nice easy play there for him, but Kindred scratches across 2 more. Comets need at least 3 to keep things going here. Live for the 5th. You're watching baseball on Magnitude Sports.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Yes. Woo!
And these.
So good!
And definitely this.
I love you! Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Bottom half of the 5th. Comets need 3 runs to keep things going. Easton Ebling will hit for himself. He'll replace the DH Gus Pankratz. And he will lead things off here. He swings at the first pitch and sends it into left field. A diving Swenson unable to come up with it. That's a good start for the Comets if they want to try and extend this game.
Great effort by Swenson, just out of his reach. Well-placed ball.
You got to applaud the effort, too, up by 12 runs. Pretty easy just to say, that one's going to get in left field. No need to go after it, but that's a ball player right there. It's what you do. Grant Schlucker steps in. Fouls that one down the left field line.
Hit it hard, but foul.
Now this one will be in fair territory. Second baseman Wold back out to make the play and a nice catch. calling off the right fielder Swenson in time for the first out of the inning. You know, having middle infielders that can go out to the shallow outfield grass and make those plays is so valuable, especially at this level of baseball. We've seen Swenson at a shortstop position go out and get some balls. Now Wold over at second base. Now Braden Yates gets a chance to hit. That one's in the dirt. It goes to the backstop. So Ebeling will move up 90 feet. Yates will replace Wessels. That one well above the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch, called strike there on the outside part of the plate.
Generous call there. Looked like it was in the other batter's box, but strike called regardless.
2-1 pitch just down low. 3 balls in 1 strikes to the pinch hitter Braden Yates. And Yates will take ball 4, so he works himself a walk. That'll bring up Caleb Blanchette. Runners at first and second now, sets up the double play for Kindred if there is a positive to come out of that walk. Stanley Belansky trying to close this one out. Gets Blanchette to foul that one back.
Yep, all he's going to do is keep firing strikes. Eventually he'll get some strikeouts, or just get them to put the ball in play. That's all you can ask. They'll make the outs for you.
1 pitch, down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Like you said, yeah, just let them put it in play. Let your defense work behind you is always the message to young pitchers.
Pitch to contact.
Called strike there at the top of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blanchette does represent the run that the Comets would need to extend this game. They need 3 as they trail by 12. Breaking ball came back inside, but not quite enough to catch the corner of the plate. Count evens up at 2-2.
That really good breaking ball, just not enough to come back inside.
A lot of movement on that one.
A lot of movement.
Blanchette looked like thought he was going to hit him, jumped out of the way. Now he chases outside, but gets a piece.
Barely.
Back to the screen. Leave it at 2-2. Two pitch, down and out. Count now runs full. Lasky trying to find it up there on the mound, fired in some strikes. He gets one right there. Strike number 3, swinging, and down goes Blanchette. I think it would have been a called strike anyway. He blew it by him there, and that'll bring up Blake McCarthy as the Comets are down to their last out.
His 5th strikeout as well. He's been pitching really well, only allowing six hits through 5 innings so far. Trying to nail it down now.
Breaking ball. Nice pitch there. Started up by the eyes and maybe looked like it was going to hit McCarthy and just broke right in there, ended up around the knees.
McCarthy didn't know what to do with that pitch.
No, he kind of made a half-hearted attempt at it. Ended up not swinging, and it was right there. 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball. This one down below the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley Swenson alongside Grant Hubbard, bringing you home here in this one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kindred leads by 12 here, 14-2. There's really never a doubt in this one for the Vikings. They started off with an 8-0 lead in the top half of the first. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. This one on a line to the shortstop Swenson. He'll go the short way to second, and that will wrap things up here in game number 2. Final score, Kindred 14, Fargo Post 400 Comets 2. Kindred wins by the 10-run rule. Grant, fun time being up here with you. Final thoughts as we close out the broadcast here.
Kindred looked dominant. I mean, Kindred, no doubt they were the better team in both games. I mean, both pitchers pitched really well, and they hit the ball tonight, as we saw in this game. They had 11 hits, 14 runs, 8 coming in the first inning. They asserted dominance. They put the Comets in a chokehold, would not let go. They were by far the better team tonight.
They absolutely were. 8-3 the final in game number 1, 14-2 the final in game number 2, and Kindred will head home with a couple of W's and a good start to their season. They move to 2-0 for the Comets. They're on a little bit of a skid now. They dropped 2 to Moorhead, now 2 here to Kindred, trying to find their way back on the right track. As always, we'll have coverage of all of the Comets as well as the rest of the Post 400 games for you throughout the summer here on Magnitude Sports. We thank you for joining us here tonight. One last time, the final, Kindred 14, Fargo Post 400 Comets 2. For Grant Hubbard, I'm Riley Swenson saying good night. We'll see you next time.
The preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.